Hey y'all, happy Saturday. Got my protein. I wasn't gonna work out today because it's the weekend, but I'm like, no. We're going to the gym. We're going. I think I told y'all already my birthday. My best friend is coming today. My throat kind of hurt. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm finna drink this protein. I'm going to the gym. Like I said, I wasn't going to go today, but I'm like, we going, and I really don't be wanting. I be telling y'all, I don't be wanting to put the stuff on, but then when I get in the car, and I did just brush my edges because I'm like, I don't want to put the edge control on, and I do it every time when I get in the car. I just put them up. I think I'm just going to do 30 minutes on the bike, and that's it, nothing else. I'm debating on if I'm going to go to the store or not, or if I'm going to wait. I might just go ahead and go. Reason being is because it's 9 o'clock, so it's not really hot right now. And when I get home, I'm going to take my hair down, so I have no choice but to do it. But I might go somewhere. I was gonna say out tomorrow, but I might, just go out of the house tomorrow. But I do have like wigs and stuff I can put on, because I'm about to redo my hair, but I'm doing my best friend's hair too. I'm gonna show y'all right now, like what color she getting on her hair. Y'all know my best friend is Hispanic, by the way. This is the, can y'all see that? This is the color. I don't know if y'all can see. That's the color, like it's an ombre though. Color that she's getting on her hair. That's what she's getting. And I showed y'all mine's already, and I'm doing small, like not the micro, but mine's, they're going to be small this time so they can last for a little bit longer. But y'all, I've been like really going to the gym. And I've been saying that, okay, you're going to take a break, but it's like I've been really like desiring to go. But I'm also going to tell y'all this. I have been praying and telling God to give me the desire to just be motivated to be healthy and this, that, and the other. And that's what I did before. And I think I told y'all that when I had just been, I was losing really good. And I had stopped, and that's when I started back gaining the weight. Now I am starting back to lose the weight. I told y'all that I had gained 18 pounds. Now I have 11 pounds. I'm 11 pounds away from being back to where I was at. So to God be the glory for that. I am so excited. And I normally don't stand on the scale until a month after. I stood on the scale a little bit earlier than what I should. But I've been doing content every day where I'm able to post every day. I'm so ecstatic about that. And y'all, not just on this channel, but also on my ministry channel. God, I'm doing good. I'm so proud of myself. I also have been praying about that, like just asking God to give me the tools to, do both. Give me the desire, give me the creativity, give me the, the knowledge. And I'm just so grateful for the stage that I'm in. I'm grateful for how I've been able to just like steward my money wisely. Y'all, even when it comes to, like I told y'all, I'm revamping my home, and a lot of the stuff that I have done, it has been like free items or things that I've already had in my home that I have just been able to revamp, or stuff that I had God told me to buy years ago that had never been used, and now I'm using them. I haven't really bought a lot of stuff. Like y'all have been with me, or I have showed you guys what I have bought, and I haven't spent a lot of money. So I'm just so grateful to God, just for the tools and the items that he has gave me. Like my best friend just got her like a little I guess you can say it's not like a RV or nothing like that, like a little cabin home. You know how they had a tiny homes or whatever? That's what she just got her, is a tiny home. So she was in an apartment. I don't think I told y'all this story. Let me tell y'all this story. So I don't even know how to explain it, but God has been telling me to just share a little bit of me. A little bit of me. So this will probably go on both of my channels, what I'm about to say. And I don't like to, I guess, talk about a lot of my gifts. I carry a lot of spiritual gifts. A lot of times I think I don't like to talk about them because when I first started walking in the gifts and in my calling, people would say, don't say that because it can hurt people's feelings when you talk about that. So I just do what I have to do, and I don't say anything about what I know God has placed inside of me because I don't want to hurt people's feelings. But God is starting to show me the gifts that I carry, and he's starting to like really put it in front of me, like this happened because you know what you did, like this happened because of you. So my best friend was living in an apartment, and basically she is someone who, she left her parents' home and moved in with her now ex-husband. So she didn't know how to steward her finances correctly. So when she moved into her apartment after leaving him, she didn't pay her bills wisely, things like that. So she ended up in so many words, she needed to find her somewhere else to stay. She was very stressed out. So she prays, I pray, we pray. We gonna pray if we do nothing else, and we gonna stand in agreement with each other. Where two or more are gathered, you know, God is right there, baby. And me and her, we do it all the time for each other. So we would pray together, but I also just started praying for her individually, because I wouldn't tell her like by myself. I was just praying and asking God to give her something that she could afford because of her situation. And she doesn't mind me sharing her testimony. We talked about it yesterday, how we had a whole bunch of testimonies and stuff. But her and her ex-husband actually share a child together, a son. And she ended up having to be the one to pay child support. And with that happening, it ended up being where that was a big financial burden on her. So it caused her to, like, literally, it wipes out her check. So it's just a burden on her. So I just started praying and asking God to, when she was in that apartment, you know, give her something that she could actually afford, where ends would be able to be met, where she would have money to be able to do other things that she needed to be done. Like she would be able to save, she would be able to get her a vehicle, she would be able to have a cushion. You know, like everybody needs a cushion. So I said the prayer for her, and she had got so discouraged because the lady in the rent office she stayed at was very, this lady is something else. Like, she's still something else. Just yesterday she was something else, y'all, but we're not going to tell that story time. So we got to praying, and she would always, for a couple of years, she would always say Charles is the man that's the man that's going to rescue her in life. Name is Charles, right? And like basically, oh, my husband's name is going to be Charles. She would always play and say that, and we would laugh about it. So her neighbor that lived next door to her was on Facebook, because neither one of us is really on Facebook. I'll get on there every now and then, and she's never on there. And she saw that she lives in some apartments, and it's an RV park. Like, they have an RV park that's directly across the street from the apartments that she stayed in. And y'all, she wanted to be somewhere where she would be next to her son's school, so it would be an easy commute for him, right? Directly across from it, and it's an RV park, but they had these little cabin like tiny homes that he just started renting out, like directly in this neighborhood that's across the street. And of course, when most people are down and out, you're like, oh, well, no, it's too good to be true, this, that, and the other. But she sent it to her, and she's like, Andrea, call them, like, this may be it, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, on the phone, talking to me. She sent it to me, and I'm looking, which this is what we do. Like, anytime something, you're best friends with somebody, you do that. So she sends it to me, and I'm looking over, and I'm like, Andrea, this is a blessing. I'm like, this is God's hands is all over this, because y'all, the rent, the price was too good to be true. Like, if I gave y'all the number, it's like amazing, the number. I'm not gonna give y'all the number, but trust me, ain't nothing this cheap. It's not even $1,000, I'll say that. And it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Not even $1,000. Everything from the appliances to the flooring, brand new. Y'all get what I'm saying? 2-bedroom, 2-bath, flooring, everything brand new. Everything is brand new. Not even $1,000. So I'm telling her, I'm like, that's nobody but God. And she was like, it's too good to be true. I'm like, no, this is God. I could already feel it in my soul. So I'm like, ask her for, I said, is the number on there? I said, what is the number or whatever? So she was like, this is the number. And she was like, oh, wow. And I'm like, what? No. Let me back up. Never mind. So, I ended up calling. She get off the phone with me because she didn't want to call. I said, I'll call. So I ended up calling the number. And, let me do this when I'm talking to y'all. I ended up calling the number, and I talked to the gentleman, and he says he gives me another number, and he tells me the name of the guy that I need to call that owns the lot or whatever. I guess that's what they're called. And I'm like, oh wow, because the guy's name is Charles. So I called her and I said, I'm about to call the guy. I said, he gave me another number. I said, but guess what? I said, the guy's name is Charles. And she was like, well, so I called him, and he's like, yeah. And I'm asking him everything. What do you need? This, that, and the other. And she's worried about her credit and all of this. And he's like, you don't need no credit check. You don't need none of this. All you need is a job, and you can get it. And he's like, I have 2 available right now, and then I have 2 more that's in the works, and this, that, and the other. So y'all, long story short, she goes, she checks it out. Everything is legit, and now she's in it. And when I tell you she needs something fixed, this man comes and fix it. He puts the washer and dryer, like stuff that they're not even supposed to be doing. He has done it for her. Community is quiet. She was having so many problems with that the maintenance over there where she was at. Like, God gave her so many signs that it was time for her to shift from that apartment that she was in. Did he open a door for that apartment for her to go there initially? Yes, he did. It was so many things that God did do for her in that apartment to show her that his hands was in it, but it was just time for her to move on to something else. And he did so many things. Lights stopped working, not because she didn't pay the bill, but like, you know how the kitchen lights stop working and you call maintenance to come fix it, they don't come fix it. Her air went out, they wouldn't come fix it. Then finally they came and fixed it, but they didn't even come fix it. They put like a air conditioning unit in the window where it only cooled one room, so her and her son and dog had to just be in one room. Then the water heater went out, and mold was like, God was giving her so many signs like, it's time for you to go. They wouldn't give her a key for the deadbolt lock when they had to change it, so she couldn't deadbolt her thing. It was just so many things. There was so many signs it was time for her to go. And now where she's at is so many signs lined up to that's where she's supposed to be. And I'm saying all this to say, again, I did a message like about this on my here. I'm gonna post this on my ministry channel and on both of my channels, so that's why I'm saying I did a message about this on my ministry channel. When you build a relationship with God, you'll know exactly how to move. And I'm saying this about one of my gifts that I carry. I know if I'm praying for someone about something and it aligns with what God has his will for you to be, it's going to come to pass. Like, it will happen. It will happen. And that's one of the gifts that I do know that's on me. I'm not going to pray. I'm not going to pray for something to happen if I know that God hand ain't gonna be on. Like, you ain't gonna, if you say, Camila, can you pray for me to have $1,000? If I sit with God and God say, nah, because she ain't gonna steward that money right, I'm not praying for it. I don't care how much you ask me. You can be my mama, you can be my husband, you can be my child. Mama, can you pray for me to get a job? Nope. God's saying you need to sit down somewhere. And I don't deal it with my kids. If you see my kids in public, ask them. I don't deal it with them. Nope. God's saying it ain't time for you to get one of my kids watching this video. Ask them. I have said it. Nope. God ain't saying it's time for you to get no job. Mama, can you pray for this person to propose to me? God ain't saying that's your husband. God ain't saying that's your wife. No. I shall not say that prayer. So, that's it. That's all, y'all. That's the message for today. I'm finna drink my protein, go on up in here and work out. Y'all remember to allow God to be the navigation of your life. He will not steer you wrong. I love you. But most importantly, he does. And you know it ain't nothing you can do about it. But what? Love him right on back. Period. So I'm going to drink my protein, mind my business, and yes, we have our water, and we got our little keychain connector that we got yesterday. Video posted yesterday, and we're gonna go on and do our 20 minutes on our 25-30 minutes on the bike. That's all we doing today. I love y'all though, for real. I love y'all down, but we gonna work out, and I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. Okay, we might go live today, but I do love y'all. I love what I do. I love creating content. And I'm loving this each and every I'm loving this. And now that I'm doing my ministry channel, I'm love ministering to people. I'm love sharing my life with y'all. I'm love pouring into y'all. I'm loving drawing y'all closer to God. And y'all, please build a relationship with him. It is so important. And it's the most beautiful relationship you will ever have. I promise you that. I promise you that. And once you surrender over to him, I know some of us be scared to do it because you don't want to lose things. But when you lose the things that you're most afraid of losing, you will gain so much more. I promise you, you will gain so much more. And you will be like, and I was scared to lose him. I was scared to lose her. I was scared to lose that house. Now I got a greater one. That car. Now I got a better one. That woman. Look at the wife I have now. That husband. Look at the husband I have now. That church. Now I'm the pastor of my own church. Stop being afraid and let God lead you. Let him navigate you. He got you. I promise. Love y'all.